So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of Meet the Judge, rescheduled from last week. And tonight we go to France, where we are going to be talking to a very popular all breeds judge, breeder of King Charles Spaniels and Shih Tzus, Sylvie Desserne. How are you, Sylvie?
I'm fine, very warm, but fine.
You're lucky because it's warm here, but it's very cloudy and wet.
Oh no, here it was 40 degrees yesterday and still very hot
Oh,
today.
that's too warm.
Yes, too warm. It's really, really warm. And especially when you work inside.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So as I start all my interviews off, how is the situation in France with uh, coronavirus?
Oh, the situation seems to be on control, but we have some new cases because they test a lot of new people. So
Right.
we've got a lot of new cases, but in the hospital situation seems to be okay.
Okay.
So tests are not so bad.
Right. And no dog shows yet.
No dog show yet. The first one should start the last weekend of August.
Okay. So not too long.
Not too long, but we still don't know if they will cancel at the last time.
Right. Okay. Okay. And it's
Yeah,
going to be difficult to run
yeah,
shows.
very difficult because you don't know to organize, and especially you don't know if you have to put money on it.
Mm.
You know, like if you have to book the hall or everything, the venue, and
Yes.
you don't know if you can do it because you don't know if they will give you the money back.
Mm. Mm. Well, we will watch and see how France deals with it because we will have no shows for the whole year, so
I
it'll
will,
be interesting.
which is a good thing, I think, I suppose.
So, Sylvie, when you were growing up, were your family involved in dogs, or how did you become involved?
My family has always has dogs. We have dogs, cats, even one sheep, and we have even a monkey. Yes. So it's true, I was raised with pointers.
Okay,
My parents always have pointer, and I have standard poodle. When I
right.
was older, plus I have also, like I told you, cats, but no pedigree cats. And a monkey because I was born in Algeria. Yes, yes. My parents were working in Algeria, so I was born there.
Okay. And what drew you to King Charles and Shih Tzus?
Uh, it's very simple. First, I went to my first dog show totally by chance
Hmm.
because my brother has a boxer and
Okay.
I was in love with boxer. I went to a dog show. It was the biggest dog show in France at that time. And I fell in love with the dog show, and I thought I want to be there one day with a dog. And I thought I was living in a flat at the time, so I thought I need a small. I took a Shih Tzu, and I met my first best friend in the world. Hélas, he's died in that, but he introduced me to the dog show, and he introduced me to craft. That
Okay.
time, yes, at that time he was in England, he was in London.
Hmm.
Yes, and I fall in love with King Charles.
Okay.
And since I started in King Charles Spaniel and later in Cavalier.
Okay. And how long did it take you um, to start to win in the breed, and when was your first champion?
It was very quick, and by the way, because my first King Charles was a splendid dog.
Hmm.
And I was very pleased because immediately, we know so many King Charles, but much more than now. But I was winning a lot, and my first dog show was the French title. I
Okay.
won immediately the French title with that dog. And that dog won also some world show, and he was even selected in the group, which
All
is
right.
absolutely
Yeah,
incredible for a
it is.
child.
Yeah.
But he was my heart. I mean, he
Mm.
was a fantastic dog.
Mm.
And he was called Pichu Ndotoland. And he was really, he put, my foot and his foot on the breed, but unluckily he was sterile.
Uh,
So yes, so I bought another one, another one, and another one. You know how it is.
mm,
And I was very successful, and a lot of judges told me they are King Charles Spaniel, they don't look too good. But it was really a pleasure for that breed.
okay. And did your family embrace all these King Charles Spaniels?
No, you mean my family?
Mm.
Yes, no, not really. My family thought I was completely mad, going to talk shows and having a dog, a dog until a lot of dogs. Family said you are crazy, absolutely crazy. My mother helped me, but more because she was my mother
Mm,
than because she loves it. You know, it was totally different.
mm.
One day, my husband said, "You choose between dogs and me." That was another story.
That's very good. And when you started showing, who were the people that influenced you most?
Uh, First, that this friend, he was more than my brother. I mean, he was really a deep, deep friend. He died from AIDS, and he was very, very involved in the dog show as a shower and after as a judge. For first as exhibitors and after as a judge. And he really teach me a lot about dogs and a lot about also King Charles Spaniel, Cavaliers, and everything. And he was the first one to say, okay, let's buy child in England. And I met Alicia Pennington. And Alicia Pennington, as you know, was the first. And she was really my mentor in the breed because first time I saw her dog, I said, I want this quality. I
Mm-hmm.
did some other breeders, but I wanted her quality.
Mm.
And she really was my mentor in the breed. I
Okay.
still have contact with her.
Mm. And do you think that young people now and new exhibitors understand the need or importance to have mentors in the breeds that they are going into, or you know?
Difficult question because a lot of new exhibitors and new breeders knows everything
Mm,
now. They know. And when you told them the regulation could be better, or it's not because he's a king child as he should be shy, they don't listen to you.
mm,
Some, thank God for that, some listen to you and try to follow you.
mm,
Sometimes it's very disappointed because I always listen when they told me you have to use this line or this line. And when I knew I had to add something in my line, and now they will not except
mm.
one or two. You know that,
Yeah.
Colin, perfectly. Is really a problem. I think now with internet, young people think they know. You don't
Yes.
need to, they know.
It's a very
Uh,
valid point, actually.
yes, yes. They know they have just to tap about the breed and they know everything. But breeding is not that. Breeding, you have to have the luck, the
Yes.
feeling, and the good line.
Yes. The
As you
heart. Mm,
yes, yes.
mm. And what was your biggest what's your biggest showing achievement to date?
You mean an exhibitors? Like an exhibit?
As an exhibitor, what is your biggest achievement?
I think it's more the world show because I won many world show. So it was really something for me. And all the club show, I was many times best in show in club show. That was very important. And something which touched my heart is I sold some dogs in America. And I sold a dog called Artiste de Ville Florian in America. And he became top dog. And I was invited at the dinner. And I could see my dogs on the wall and I received some prize about it. And that was this
Mm.
dog was best in show winner in America many times,
Wow.
and even his child after that. And that was really that I could do it. You
Mm.
know, He was, to see a King Charles was walking in a ring like a king, not like a little, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. It was really a lot of presence in the ring, and he got many best in show. Have you seen a King Charles with best in show somewhere?
No.
Yes. So that was really
Okay.
my
Sylvie,
heart.
if you just talk a little bit slower because some people the sound is not coming through properly.
Okay, I tried to do my best.
Okay. Um, so when did you first start judging?
I think it was 1993.
Okay.
Judge before. I was asked by the club to judge before, but I wanted to prove that I could read also Cavalier, because some people told you King Charles is an easy breed, which is not true at all. King
Mm,
Charles is not an easy breed. So I thought, okay, I will go to Cavalier and see if I choose good dogs and to breed good dogs, and I did. And
mm,
I make many champion. One of my mentor was Homer Grant
mhm,
at that time. And it was really for me to prove that my eyes,
mm,
were right to
mm,
choose a good dog and to breed a good dog.
mm,
Because they say, oh, King Charles, there's not a lot, so it's easy. No, it's not. It's
mm,
very great. And I thought, okay, let's go to Cavalier. They are in a lot in the ring. And I won the group in Paris once, and that was fantastic.
mm.
It's a Cavalier.
Okay. Very good. And when you started judging, what was the best piece of advice that you were given?
The best what?
The best advice that somebody gave to you before you started judging?
Oh, I think you have to stay very open, very honest. It's
Mm,
not so easy, and strong, because people try to push you, or like some handler or some
mm,
even breeders. They know. If you told them no, it's not the standard, it's not the right thing. So I will stay strong,
mm,
to know what you want and to be decisive.
mm.
Even if sometimes you are not maybe right, you think maybe I was wrong, but I think you have to do your best to be very honest with yourself. Go out of the ring to say, I did my best. Maybe it's
Yes.
good, maybe it's not. I did my best.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And do you think new judges, do you think it's important for them to ask questions of breeders and more experienced judges and established exhibitors before they start judging?
Indeed, indeed. Every breeder study, I went to top breeders. You have to keep in your mind that top breeders are not necessarily right, but they know what they want and they know the breed. So I always go to them, talk to them. Every breed was working breed, working action, because it's important. And I try always to be really to ask to people. First time I tried a breed, I remember me to see its strength, but to sit on the floor with a breeder and to talk
Mm,
and to tell them, but I think that or that, and if they are very honest, they tell you you're right or you're wrong,
mm,
you learn. But
mhm.
you have to talk to them, and indeed, some studies we have a lot of knowledge. It's very
Yes.
important to listen to them. Very important. Even if after you have your own mind coming, you learn a lot from them because
Mm,
they know. If you respect them, it's because they know. You know
mm.
what they want.
And I think, would you agree that even as all breeds judges, when we're judging away and we're sitting watching groups and we're talking about dogs as they come into the ring and what do you think about that? Or I think we also learn all the time.
All the time we learn. And people say how you could judge every breed. I don't mean we are specialists in every breed,
Mm,
but more you know the dogs, more you love the dogs, more you learn. If you judge only one breed, I think you You focus on little things.
Mm.
Great,
Yeah,
happy to know all movement, how they move, how they are built exactly. And it's very, very important to be, like to say, around the ring. Even as you know, you are the same. When we stand by the main ring and you
yeah,
look at the dog and you talk about what do you think about this one or this one? What do you think? And you learn every single thing. And if you have the luck to have a very well-known judge about that breed or very well-known breeder, you learn a bit more
yeah,
every time.
yeah.
You never stop to learn.
Mm. And somebody has just asked a question here now. That as a breeder, do you breed within one type, or do you think it's important to go and outcross your lines?
I am really, I will say, I'm not in inline, even if in King Charles you have to be because it's not a lot of
Mm,
stock. I mean, but I am more in not outcross. I'm not for an outcross breeding at all. You have to know your line very well. You have to know what you want to bring. You have to know your fault. You have to know your also health fault, everything. But I don't think we can have a good dog without to do some line breeding, even if you are not in breeding, but line
mm,
breeding. And sometimes you need to look for something else, but you know what you will do afterwards. You
mm,
can't be totally outcross. I don't believe in good breeding if you are totally outcross. I
mm,
know it's not popular at the moment, I way. And also, I think if the pedigree is very important, it's not only that. You have to know your pedigree, but you have to see your dogs and to say, he has this fault, this quality,
mhm,
I need this quality, I need that.
mm,
And not only the pedigree, because the pedigree is a work, but luck and feeling is also something.
mm,
Say, oh, my dog needs a bit more undulation, I will take this dog because he has a bit of undulation. Always, never double on a fault, everybody
mm.
is correct and do better.
Okay. Yeah. And when did you achieve all breed status?
I was thinking about the question. I think it was just the year before I got craft. I think it was in 2010.
Okay.
Yes, at the end of 2009, and so I was just 2010. I started
Mm,
to be a judge.
mm. So that's
Very,
pretty.
very exciting. Man.
Sorry, say again.
I was a bit afraid to judge
Mm,
some breed, but before to judge them, I learn them, I teach them, I go to the breeders and the judges to talk.
mm. And roughly how many countries have you judged in?
Oh, I don't know. I think I judge everywhere in Europe. I judge also in the States, in Australia, in New Zealand, and also to some island. It's about it, like New Caledonia, Martinique. Everything is fantastic. Not only by the dog, but by the country. I love South America. I
Mm,
did enjoy to judge a lot in Brazil and Colombia and Uruguay. It was fantastic. And indeed, everywhere in Europe. And
mm,
some country you prefer, some country.
mm.
But you always meet nice people and beautiful dogs.
Yes, yes. And aside from your own breeds, is there a breed you love to judge?
To be honest, I love to judge every breed. A special feeling for Cavalier, for sure. I love to judge Yorkshire Terrier.
Mm,
Every breed, you know. I think Group 1 is not my favorite group, what we
mm,
call Group 1. But some breed I love, like Briard, but all the rest I love. 3, I love the Terrier. The Group 9 is my group. So, no, it's a lot of breed. Maybe I feel not so comfortable in Group 10.
right.
Possible some breed in Group 10. I'm not so
Okay.
comfortable.
Okay. And what fault really irritates you?
In dogs or in people?
Yeah, You can answer both.
In dogs, it depends on the breed. I think every judge has a fault because maybe you will focus on angulation, I will focus on the head.
Mm,
For me, a dog should move.
mm,
He should got the type in breed, but he should move.
mm,
When you come from some breed in group 9, you forget a bit that. So when you go further in the other breed, you know movement is very important.
mm,
But they still got the should good got the type, get the type. So sorry for my fault in English, it's not
mm.
perfect. But in people, I had when they
Say that one again.
know. I don't like when some breeders come and they know everything and you tell them it's not the standard, my dear, and they tell you, I know, but I love them like that.
Mm,
I hate that because it's not a question to love them or not love them. It's a question to follow the standard.
mm.
And some people forget.
Okay. And critiquing, um, as an all breeds judge, you will have critiqued in most places around the world. Do you how do you approach critiquing, and do you see a value in them?
Critiquing, I don't understand the word. Sorry, could you say?
Writing when you're writing critiques,
Oh yeah,
yeah. How do you approach that? And
it's
do
very
you have
easy.
a
It's very easy because in France we on a show. So for me, it's natural, to critique every single dogs. Indeed, it's very easy to judge in America or South America or Australia. You don't have to write a critic or whatever about the dogs. But uh, maybe for the new breeders, it's good to have a critic and they
mm,
follow you. They want to learn. And for the judges, it's more easy, don't do any critic.
mm,
But I get used to it. For me, it's not a problem. Very, very easy until you can understand and follow the critic. Because I know some judges from the first one until the last one is the same critic.
mm.
So when it's the critic, you should understand why this dog is first and why this dog is last.
Yes, yes.
That's important.
It's very important. And
Yes.
and when you're not giving an excellence, that you say why.
Yes, you have to say why. You have to explain why. Indeed, some judges want to be popular and will give a lot of excellence. Okay, I understand. We are not God. But I think you have to graduate the dog to see this one is an
Mm,
and this one has some quality, but be a champion. And they should say, okay, next time I will have a better one or breed a better one or whatever. But it's more easy to judge without any grading and or easy critic. It's very easy for the judges because even if you throw the dog out, you believe it could be the first one.
mm,
So depends what you want. But I think it's very easy. But I'm not against the critic.
mm. And CQs or champion quality, would you like to see them introduced in France? Do you like it?
I like it. I like it because a dog could be an excellent, but not in a completely excellent condition for the day.
Mm,
And in that case, you could give no CQ. In France, no. Anyway, you could give an excellent, but say I don't give the passive or I don't give the CRC because he's not in top condition. But people seem to be, a bit upset, which is normal.
mm,
So you are really, I think you are ready to be a teacher. If they listen to you, you have to be a teacher to explain why.
mm,
It's my opinion why I do that. Most of the time, I'm lucky, I touch my head, accept it.
mm.
But if they don't, what we could do?
Well, that brings me to the next question. I mean, how do you deal with irate exhibitors or exhibitors who really don't like your decision?
I think it's happened really hardly once for me. It was in
Okay.
Holland. It was in Netherlands. And it was in Doberman. Shouting, shouting in a word, in a language, oh, sorry, in a language I could not understand. But it was the only time. Sometimes some people they were out and say, "I'm not very happy," but it was okay. Most of
Mm.
the time, I'm lucky they respect my opinion. Most of the time.
Mm. Okay. And what's been your biggest judging achievement to date?
Whole, I got many. Some show I just liked it because it was a nice
Mm.
show and nice people. Judging craft for my breeds was one of these achievements. I was very honored. I don't know if we
Mm.
say that in
Yes.
English. And judging many world show. That was also to be asked for world show and to be asked for European show. That is very important. To be asked in another country means people respect your opinion and
Mm.
people and you attract dogs. So it's nice.
Mm. Okay. And this is a difficult question now. Um, but what is the feeling in France at the moment regarding what's happening to French bulldogs and other breeds worldwide?
To be honest, personally, and I'm not the only one, I was very, very, very upset. But I think suddenly it's a really political decision.
Mm.
And in fact, we should have reacted a long time before
Mm.
because we let them go in, we let these extremists going too far. And everybody thinks it's because he's not in my country that he will not reach my country. But it's not absolutely true. And in France, some people are really concerned about it, and some say, oh, it's Netherlands. But it's starting everywhere.
Mm.
And now the government in France did a report to say be careful about the hypertype. I don't know if you say hypertype in English, but I think we should react by the same political. If we don't do politically, we can't do anything.
Mm.
And at the moment, I don't have much hope that he will. It's I don't think we can change everything, except if at least we decide to work all together.
Yes.
The country have and FCI and English Kennel Club and everything have worked together to
Mm.
meet political people to explain what is our game and what is our sport. Don't do it, we are lost.
Right.
If we don't do it, I think our sport is dead. And I am very concerned and very frightened. We did, as you know, is a brachycephal team, and I did talk about it. But I am every time I call, for example, the French Kennel Club, sometimes they say, "Oh, we will react," but it's not our country.
Mm.
That is a big fault for me.
Mm.
We are all concerned. We have the breeders. For example, you have a breeder of big breed. We say, "I'm not concerned." They will be. I
Mm.
have a friend, he told me soon they will be in Great Den because they're too big. They will be in stick because they are too wrinkled. Okay, we went maybe too far in some breeds. I agree
Yes.
with we went too far. We have to be careful about it. But I think we have really to fight all together between
Mm.
against these lobbies. They are very powerful. They have a lot of money and a lot of people we are concerned about animals
Mm.
think they're right because they don't know what is our game.
Yes. Yes.
I know what is the situation in your country.
Say again.
What is the situation in Ireland about it?
It is starting to creep into this country now, and there is concern that we are going to have problems. But I couldn't agree with you more, and it is something that has every person I've interviewed has agreed on that the kennel clubs, the large kennel clubs, need to get together soon and
Absolutely.
soon.
Very, very soon. I think it's nearly too late. I think even FCI did some response about it, but we have to go further. We have to go
Hmm.
all together, meet political people. I think we have
Yes.
to go and talk to them and explain what we are doing.
Yeah.
It's just fun and we don't care about the health, which is not true.
It's not.
We test health
Hmm.
out, about eyes, about depends of the
Hmm.
breed. So don't let them believe we don't do anything. But to be honest, when we accept they don't make, for example, cut the tail, we started to put our, as you
Yes.
know, tail is nothing. Okay, cut the VS could be painful. I agree. Tails is nothing. You know that.
Mm.
And as soon as we agree a little thing, it was too far.
Yes. Yes. But I don't know how we as judges or we as breeders start to influence the kennel clubs to and say, look, you need to start moving here.
I try. I even called some people in the French Kennel Club. For example, my Kennel Club, the only thing I could do. And they say, yes, yes, we will answer. And they did a little answer. But for me, nobody goes far enough.
Mm.
They have to be strong enough and really work together.
Mm.
Really. It's not easy for France, as you know.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, as somebody who is heavily involved in breed clubs and show societies, and you're involved with the French Kennel Club, um, how important do you think it is for exhibitors and judges to give something back to our sport in
Yes.
terms of running clubs and getting involved in societies?
You know, the problem, a lot of people says, oh, it's always the same people getting involved in clubs, getting involved in society and everything. But as you know, it's difficult to find young people they want to go in. You run some shows, so you know, like me, it's so difficult to find young people. Okay, it's easy to say it's always the same people, but if you don't have the willing
Mhm.
to go and to help, you will never be there. And you have to have the volunteer, I mean, to have time also to how to tell that. I try to find my word in English, but you lose a lot of your time. You lose a
Mhm.
lot of your money to do that work.
Yes.
And it's not coming like that. I just say, I want to be, and I am. You have already to work hard. And if they want, do it also. Okay? I think some old judges or some um, president of society, maybe they throw young people away, but not us. We
Mm.
really can't try to attract young people. It's not so easy. We have
It's
so much
not.
to do.
And you know, sometimes the biggest critics of shows or societies are the very people who won't put themselves forward
Yeah,
to
it's true.
work.
Yes, it's true. And sometimes they work for 1 or 2 times too hard, too many times.
Mm.
My weekend, I want to do something else. I got a boyfriend, or girl, or girlfriend, and they don't want to do it. And they say after everybody is running the same thing, but okay,
Yeah.
come.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think this is the same problem everywhere.
everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
And I talk to other countries everywhere.
Yeah. And do you think many judges understand the important role that they have in influencing the development of breeds, or do you think judges have a role?
Hope, I hope they have that feeling. I hope. Uh, I think we, in a way, we influence a lot because if we went sometimes too far in some type, is our fault. Is our fault because if you give first prize to dogs who are going too far in the type, you push people in that way.
Yes.
And we have a big responsibility about how we have to breed.
Mm.
If we don't follow it, if we don't realize that, we are not a good judge. Some people want us to be in the middle of the ring. That.
Yes.
It's not that. Sometimes I look at some judges and I don't think, oh, it's they. But no, we have to realize if you go, for example, for Cavalier, at the moment going too far back in the short nose. I don't like long nose, but
Mm.
should not be King Charles Spaniel,
Yes, yes.
And some judges, push in that way.
Mm.
They are breeders, they breed that type in their judges, and they push in that way, and that is not good. And that's proof it's our responsibility to keep the breed in the
Mm.
real standard.
Mm. Yeah. And where do you see our sport in 10 years' time?
I'm not very optimistic about. Maybe I will be dead. I really hope.
Never.
Maybe I will be dead. Uh, I'm not optimistic. I really think we can go through that bad time because things are going up and
Mm.
down, and maybe the animalists will be again down, but I'm not sure. And I
Mm.
think ideal is to stop the dog show, to stop the breeding. I have a friend who has horses, and they even go to the horses competition to say we should not raise, should not be
Really?
on the back of the horses.
Really?
Yes, yes. They say we should not use the horses. We should not ride the horses because it's an animal. It should be free. Sorry about the dogs, but um, but I am really really pessimistic
Mm.
about what's happened now because if we don't stop that, it's like we don't eat meat. Okay, it's your opinion. You don't want to breed, don't breed. You don't want to eat meat, don't eat meat. But let people free to do what they want until they do it right.
Yeah.
And it's not a puppy farm. They should fight against the puppy farm. Should
Yes.
fight people they import from the East country. Okay, and the shops stop the shops, but not about sensible breeders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem.
You're quite right. Quite
Mm.
right. Now, you run the Pink Show.
Yeah, it's not a pink
Tell
show
us.
anymore.
Oh, it might, surely.
No, because pink show was a bit. I have a friend who is working with me in the pink show, and he put an advice in pink. Write in, write it. Please be calm and calm. And everybody took the pink, and because Geneva was our sponsor at that time, he jumped on it, to say the pink show. So we have pink show for many years, and even everybody was dressed up in pink. It was so much fun,
Mm.
and everybody likes to go. But now, as you know, Canuba is going back from a lot of shows, and Royal Canin is now our sponsor.
Okay.
And Royal Canin say no more pink show because it's you Canuba. So
Okay.
now, yes, he's a pirate. Pirate is black and red show.
Yes.
But
Okay.
still fun.
Okay.
It's the biggest show in France after the.
It's the biggest dog show.
No, it's the biggest show in Cassib in France after the French winner.
All right.
We have a
Okay.
big show, which
Wow.
is French winner, and we have many shows, but in number of dogs and quality, the pink show, which is not pink anymore, is the biggest one
Mm. Okay.
in France.
Very good.
Yes.
So, what's your funniest or most embarrassing moment, either judging or showing?
I asked a friend to translate in good English that for me because really I was frightened. No people don't understand. But to be honest, I was. This was so funny. I was judging Shih Tzu,
Okay.
and it was boy testicle, and I could not find the testicle. And I thought, is it a bit or is it Kentucky? He has no testicle. So I look at the lady and I ask her, he has no testicle. Your dog is Kentucky. He has no testicle. Oh, she said, I found he was not very nice. So I cut it and she put them and she was looking in a bag and she took I don't know what you call it, a little bottle where the testicle informal. I couldn't believe it. And she said, I found it was not nice, but he has puppies before. And she put this two testicle in a little bottle on the table. Could you imagine how it was difficult to get a straight face? You know, it was impossible to me. I was looking at Christian and I told him she might have some problem with the sexual life. This lady, it was so funny. I had two or three things like that. It was really,
Did
and
you give
when,
it an excellent?
oh no, it was, she could not understand. At least she could not understand. She said, but before I cut it, he has babies. Yes, okay. Could not understand why it was not first prize, you know. I couldn't believe this little box on the table.
That is
And
amazing.
incredible. And
That's funny.
another day was it was a man and it was a lady, and I said, only one testicle. Your dog is monarchic. And she said, what is it? He has only one testicle. And her husband were close to the ring. And she said, what did she say? And he said, he's like you, he has only one. He has only one. You know, she will say, I must run away or I will just explode. I think it was a story like
That's very good.
that.
So, finally, Sylvie, sum up your career so far in your own words.
What do you mean?
Tell us, you in your own words, just sum up your whole career.
Uh, I don't think I understand very well your question.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
Look, my career in the future, you mean?
How do you think your career in showing and judging has been so far, in your words?
Very good. I think I will go excellent. uh, as a breeder and exhibitor, I had a lot of success, so I was very happy. And it was a hard work, and I was not an easy, I must say. But it was really the proof. You know, all my life I wish to be a painter or a musician or something in beauty, you know. And in my opinion, dogs, they
Mm.
bring me that beauty, plus the love, because the love, give me their love, and I was trying to do like a nice painting of them to realize quality. And as a judge, I was lucky enough to be asked in a lot of countries to be respect. I hope I cross my as far my career is okay for me. I'm very happy. But you know, by the way, which is very strange, since we have been locked, you know, in the country, the show did not, I did not miss the show. And I don't know why, because I love it. I love
Mm.
to travel. I love the show. But I was happy to stay home for a while. We did a lot of work in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. But now I would like to go back to the show
Mm.
because it's starting to be time to do it. I was quite happy for a while to stay home, and I think my career is quite okay until now. We
Mm,
don't know what it will be in the future.
okay. Well, Sylvie, thank you very much. It's been great fun. You've been very
Thank
funny and very
I
honest.
don't know if I am. I try my best because in technical thing I'm not very good.
Your English is very good.
No,
Um,
no.
so next week, I hope to have your very good friend and one of my best friends, Mr. Michael Forte,
Uh,
um, on the screen, and join me again at that point. And again, thank you very much, Sylvie. Enjoy
he
your
will.
evening.
He will do a lot of
You will.
things. Thanks to you. Bye
Okay.
bye.
And good night.